Due to time constraints, we jump forward in today's rebroadcast.
Welcome back. Second quarter of play. Fresh clock, 12 minutes left to go. Mark Stroud and yours truly, Ken Slatz, calling the action tonight from Toombs County. Jordan Usher in at quarterback loses the ball, and it falls down, and big 70, Jake Sykes picks it up himself and tries to run, but unfortunately you just can't do that. So that'll be a false start. They'll take it 5 yards back, called on the quarterback, another penalty.
4th and 11.
This is what happens a lot of times with young football teams. You know, they're not gelled just yet. Later in the season, you won't see these mistakes. But so far, I know we've had about 6 penalties already. And we're just now.
As we have a quick timeout here, you know, I met with the coaches earlier this week, and we've seen a dose of Jamar Smith already. 6 carries, 12 rushes. So let's check out what head coach Lyman Guy says about his big back, Jamar Smith.
Well, what Jamar needs to do and understand now, he clearly has the athleticism to tote the ball, I think, 300 times last year, 2,000 yards. However, what we need out of Jamar is that leadership on Mondays, that leadership after hours, the focus on detail. And I think he's embraced that, and we're hoping that we continue to move forward in that direction.
I'm just really more excited than pressure. I mean, I just feel like this is my senior year, so I mean, I got to show it either way because I'm going to play every game like it's my last, which it really is my last. So, I mean, it feels good just to be a leader out here on the field. I mean, finally a senior.
Jamar Smith, of course, Mark, I think one of the keys they said, coach said, is we need leadership out of him. And that's something that teams hurt for so much. You may have that great star athlete, but you really don't gel as a team until you have that leader. And when you're the most talented player on the field and you're also that leader, boy, that means a lot.
It does, and you've got to lead by example, and Jamar does a great job of that.
So it is Toombs County over the football. Jordan Usher putting a man in motion.
Big 4th down play here.
Usher rolls to his left, flips it high, ball's on the ground, picked up and still loose, but I think Jamar Smith picked it up, but boy, he'll be way back at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Johnson-Adams Smashers will take over.
Looked like they're trying to run a reverse to the backup quarterback, Corsi, and he just couldn't get the handle on it. And then we talked about it, Toombs' key is trying to flip the field. This twice now that Johnson's flipped this field here in this first half, so a big opportunity for the Adams Smashers.
Here's a replay, Mark.
Yep. There's Corsi there, so you know what makes you think he was going to run a reverse. Could have been a reverse pass coming out of it, running with the backup quarterback, but wasn't able to get anything off because Johnson had good pursuit angles to him.
Kind of a hot flip, too. I mean, those are hard to handle when you're coming at full speed. So here comes the Johnson-Adams Smashers. Raekwon Green. Green with a handoff to Shad Morse. Big hole for Morse. Crosses the 50, crosses the 40-yard line, down to the 30. Dushad Morris, one man to beat, pushed out of bounds. Gain of 45 yards, I believe, for Dushad Morris.
And that all comes from that experienced offensive line Johnson has. They put a big hole there. Dushard is a great running back. We're seeing 2 very good running backs here. Look at that. He's running over people. Shifts the ball to his outside arm, stiffs arm, gets down the sidelines, and does a great job of getting Johnson the first down.
Big 45-yard gain will give it for Dushad Morris, and that's the biggest play of the football game so far, despite the touchdown. And Johnson with a chance to put another one on the board.
This will be crucial for Johnson this early season to get up 2 scores and try to go ahead and go after for that first victory in game 1 here.
Deep shotgun formation. Green with the football, standing on his 25, fakes it to Dushad Morris, rolls around to the left. Nice play fake, and he beat him to the edge. Not quite, goes out of bounds. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Are they going to give him a yard on it? We'll see where the mark is. They actually gave him a couple yards on the play, so it's +2 on the rush for.
There's a good spot there. But that's what you can do with athleticism. The play broke down. Defenders were on him. He just put his head upfield and was able to get positive yardage. That way, second and about 7, so much easier than second 11 when you go by that, especially in this level of high school football.
Well, Mark, you were a coach, a head football coach. What does it say? You open the playbook up when you're in much more manageable positions.
Oh, yeah, because you know you're going 4 downs here. So they've got golden opportunity here.
Green now under center. They've mixed it up very well in the spread offense. Fakes to Dushad Moore, rolls around to his left, goes into the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Matthew Jackson, the senior tight end, for a touchdown, and Johnson puts their second TD of the season on the board.
I just remember earlier in our broadcast, I said how underrated a coach I believe Thomas Tedder is in this area. I tell you what, he is a very good coach here. This is a great play call by Coach Tedder. The play action rolls, boots it away, and you have a guy just dragging across the middle. It's going to be wide open. Tedder was, when he was at Independence, North Carolina, Coach Chris Leak. He was able to coach Massaquoi that played at Georgia, so he knows what talent is and how to use it.
Well, they're set to kick the extra point. Up, and it's good, so it's 14-0.
Might have a little running into the kicker here. Toombs was very aggressive coming off the edge, and the ball, it took a little while for Johnson to get the kickoff, so we'll wait on the official's call.
Big show for you coming up tomorrow on the WSAV Friday Night Blitz. We'll have our cameras out and about throughout the area to bring you the fastest football show in town. Long County and Tatnall County, a big one down in Hinesville, Liberty County and Bradwell, the Battle of Hinesville, Brunswick, and Glenn Academy. Another good one, the Battle of Glenn County. That's down at Glenn County Stadium. I'll be heading to Effingham County as they take on the Bluffton Bobcats, two of our top 10 teams in the WSAV Blitz. Top 10, Groves and Islands, Thomas Hayward and Bible Baptist, and Frederica Academy to take on St. Andrews on Wilmington Island. So that's just a sneak peek of some of the games to come on tomorrow night's WSAV Friday Night Blitz.
Got to put a plug in for my school. Claxon Tigers going right down the road to the Meta Tigers tomorrow night. Battle of the Tigers. We are excited and cannot wait.
Mark now moving, used to be last year was the athletics director for all of Savannah Chatham schools, making the move to Claxon now, assistant principal. Will you be sneaking back into the coaching booth there soon, anytime soon, Mark? I'm not sure yet.
I don't know. I'm coaching golf this year.
You're coaching golf, huh?
I finally, after all these years, I'm going to get to coach golf.
So the kick is off, and it's very deep into the end zone. And
I'll tell you, this is one area Johnson has improved 100% is in their kicking game. Trevor Tatum did the kicking last year. It was a sophomore, and he has really worked hard this offseason. He's trimmed down a little bit, and he put that ball in the end zone. Now he's going to make the opposition have to go 80 yards for a score. And that just does great things for your defense there.
we're down to 11:25 to go in the second quarter of play. The sun is finally just about down above the trees, so we can actually see what's going on out there. What a beautiful sight. There it is. Here in Lyons, Georgia. The hospitality has been absolutely phenomenal across the board for our crew here. Showed up in the morning, and here comes Toombs County. They'll take over the football at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Rolls around his right, keeps rolling. Nice ankle tackle. Dushad Morris with an ankle tackle on the quarterback just to stop him, and Jordan Usher with a gain of maybe 6 on the play. Now they're going to give him almost 8 yards now on the play.
That was a great ball fake into the fullback. When you've been running the fullback all night and fullback's starting to gain some yardage, and then you saw pull it out, and the quarterback's able to pick up very positive yardage here.
So it's Usher under center, Smith in the backfield. He gives it to him. Smith with a hold of the left, pounds forward, and Smith forward for 7 yards and a 1st down.
How important is it for Toombs County here to put together a good drive? You don't necessarily feel like you have to score here, but if you feel like you're Toombs County, you've got to flip that field. You've got to keep your defense off the field here for a while.
Usher calling the play under center. Again gives it to, no, actually keeps the football and fouls his running back and rushes forward for a gain of 3.
Usher up close to the 40.
Johnson able right now, they're able to contain the fullback, contain the quarterback on the option. They've got to do this all game to be very successful here, because at any time the fullback can break and go.
Whistle before the play, that'll stop.
White man in the hat says
Legal procedure there against Toombs County. He's going to back them up. Another 5 yards. Smith was out the ball game. You had a new fullback in the game. Timing's just a little bit off, and here comes Smith again. He was just taking a breather. Johnson doing a great job handling the run here. They got 8 men in the box. That means they're locked up man on the outside and putting that extra backer down in the box to help with the run game. And for long, Toombs going to do a little play action to open this thing up.
Here goes Usher. Usher under center. Gives it to the up back and absolutely nowhere to go. Smith is stuffed. See your Savannah Lowcountry Honda dealers for great deals on cars you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance event. The Thursday Night Blitz is brought to you by your Savannah Lowcountry Honda dealers.
Tell you what, I've been real impressed with the Johnson defensive line here. They are doing a great job of being able to squeeze the play, being able to get penetration. The linebackers doing a great job running downhill.
In motion, and again, nowhere to go.
Dushad again.
Tyrese Kent trying to come with a stunt play.
23, Morris on
Tell you what, a heck of a football player 23 for Johnson is.
And they're going to flip the field again. At the 9-minute mark, it's 14-0 on the Thursday Blitz, and Toombs County forced to punt the football again. Darius Miller back deep for the Johnson Adams Smashers, standing on his 29-yard line, expecting to get a return.
We've had 2 low snaps each time they punted here, so it's crucial to get the ball right back in the punter's hands so he's able to get a good kickoff.
Good punt, tries to kick it away from the intended target and bounces it, and he slips and falls, and now he gets out of the way. Wet turf down there, he just fell, and that's where they'll take over the football on the 31-yard line, and that's where Johnson Adams Smashers, so far, potent offense, will come back out onto the field to see if they can continue to plug away. We're down to the 8:28 mark in the second quarter of play. Savannah Power Sports is a proud sponsor of the Thursday Night Blitz. Visit Savannah Power Sports Center's brand new showroom at 5918 Ogeechee Road across from Keller's Flea Market to see their complete line of Victory, Polaris, Suzuki, and Can-Am products. When you do, ask about their Heroes metal discount for military, law enforcement, and firefighters. And the clock on our screen is actually wrong. It says 3:20. There's 8:28 left to go. We're down to 8:28 left to go in the first quarter, or the second quarter of play, the first half of play here on the Thursday Blitz. Out of the shotgun, Green gives it to Morris. Morris around the right-hand side. Big hole for Morris, and he gains 18 yards on the play.
He had a great block out there by the wideout, Jashawn Carter. Those guys don't get a lot of praise for blocking, but he did a great job keeping the cornerback squared up. And Dushard, he came through the hole. He made perfect cuts and was able to get another positive yardage. He's starting to rack up some yards now.
He's got carries of 45 yards and 18 yards his last 2 carries to go along with 2, 3, and 4-yard carries. So they're going to start working him. And when you have a lead, Coach, your offense playbook changes a little bit. Don't you try to be a little bit more conservative and work some clock?
Well, that, and then, you get more confidence, too, up front. And that's crucial here for Johnson.
Johnson going to the air just off the hands of Jashawn Carter. Carter already with a touchdown in the game, caught the first touchdown to make it a 7-0 game, a 25-yard catch. But you're right, I got to tell you, the Johnson Adams Smashers front line on defense, the guys of Nathaniel LeCount, Terrence Burrell, Rolando Scott, and Casey Riddle, those guys have been doing a phenomenal job and giving their offense the football and some time to move the ball. So it's shotgun formation, spread offense, Johnson Adams Smashers. Green gives it to the up back, fumbles the football. He gives it to Jaquez Howell, who loses the football down on the ground. And yes, Toombs County takes over the football. Boy, what a blow. Just when you get some momentum moving the football, you turn it over, and not only just turn it over at midfield. So some new life to Toombs County at the 8:09 mark of quarter number 2.
That just kills you right there if you're Johnson. You've got an opportunity. If you go in there, been moving the ball, got another chance to put another score up, go up 3 scores. That's huge in high school football. But they turned the ball over. Now Toombs has flipped the field on. They got 45 yards to hit pay dirt, and let's see what they do here. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Jamar here.
45-yard line. Usher to Jamar Smith. Smith wrapped up. Nice play by Nathaniel LeCount. Spins him around, nowhere to go.
Tell you, LeCount's very undersized up front. But what he makes up for lack of size, he makes up definitely with speed. So that does a good job of squeezing down, taking on the big back.
No huddle offense. Jake Davis split wide on our near side. Usher gives it to Jamar Smith. Smith just a gain of 3 on the play.
Up to the 42.
He's had carries of 2 carries to start the game off of -1 yard each. Then he had carries of 3 yards, 2 yards, 6 yards, 3 yards, 7 yards, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So he's had a lot of carries. Not yet that breakaway. Those 7 yards is as long as carry for Jamar Smith.
He's a big back, though. In the second half, he's going to bust some big ones.
Jamar Smith again. Surges forward, maybe a gain of 6. I think he'll be just short of the first down marker.
What happens with such a big 230-pound back, you hit him, you hit him, you hit him. As the game goes on, he's going to get stronger. And the defensive back, they're going to get a little tired from hitting the big guy all night, and they're not going to be able to wrap up as much. And that's what you hope if you're a Toombs County fan, that's going to happen.
Usher puts a man in motion, keeps himself, turns around, and man, it's going to be close.
I don't
right
know.
to the
That
line of
was
scrimmage.
big 4th down play. That was.
Boy, I'm not sure if Usher got it. That might be a measurement.
It's one of those what we call the foot spot. Which foot is it? It's the left foot or the right foot?
Coach Thomas Tedder is preaching his case on the far sidelines, wearing the big bright orange shirt for the Johnson Adams Smashers, and they give it to him just barely. Didn't even need a measurement.
He got the left foot spot, see, and that's what got the first down.
It's either the left foot or the right foot spot. He got the left. That's a first down marker. So Toombs County will keep the clock running, and they'll keep the football. Usher taking his time, coming up to the line of scrimmage under center. Usher gives the football straight up the middle. There's the big back Smith finding a big hole. Gain of 16 yards, and that's the biggest carry of the game for Smith.
Well, right there, Johnson gave the quarterback, it was a read play all the way for the fullback. It was dive. They had 2-3 techniques. What it means, we had a split. Defense tackles out wide, linebackers inside tight, and that's an automatic give read for the quarterback.
Quickly right back at it again. Handoff again up the middle. I believe that's Smith again. We'll see if we can see a catch on the replay.
The quarterback pulled it.
Usher pulled it.
Usher
himself.
pulled it.
Okay.
He went around the left edge there and picked up a few.
Give him 4
Here,
on the play.
Smith coming off the field now. He's been a workhorse.
So Usher now with Bronza Jones in the backfield with him. Usher will give it to the up back Jones, and he gain of 3 maybe. Very
good hard run, got the legs. The legs continued to pump. He had a forward lean. That's how you get positive yardage. Now it makes up a very attainable 3rd and short. Toombs wasted no time, Ken.
Yeah, the no huddle offense going quickly. This time he keeps it, Usher. Falls forward and should be forward enough for a first down. I believe it'll be just across the first down marker, and a gain of 3 will give Jordan Usher.
That play there is one of those Georgia Tech famous Paul Johnson plays. Very simple, very, very safe play.
Toombs County moving the football, looking for their first touchdown of the 2014 high school football season, the opener for both teams. Right here on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. Big pitch on the right side and a lot of room. A hole that was closed very quickly. That was Tyrese Kent around the side, but good defense by Johnson to close a hole that looked big.
Yeah, that's what you got when you have speed in the secondary. You're able, the hole opens up, you're able to come in there and put your hat down and close it quickly. This is the type of drives Coach Guy wants to see out of his Toombs County football program here.
Jamar Smith checking back into the game. In the backfield, Jordan Usher making the call. Toombs County moving the football. Handoff. Straight up the middle, and he breaks free. He keeps his legs moving and dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Jamar Smith made that happen all by himself. And Toombs County on the board for their first touchdown of the season.
Nice run there by Jamar. Ran over the Johnson player, ran over his own player, ran over another Johnson player.
Check out the replay here. He was dead, Mark, right there.
Yeah.
Just wasn't wrapped up enough and bounces out. Wow. Touchdown, Jamar Smith.
That's what we call points off turnovers right there.
Cole Williamson, the lefty, on to kick the extra point and make it a 14-7 game. Snap is up and the whistle's blown beforehand, and Lyman Guy wanted to talk about it, so he's going to take the timeout before he gets the opportunity to, and he's not happy about something lining up on special teams. And you know, Mark, that's one of the hard things throughout the season. You spend so much time, but special teams kind of is the last one. You're working on defense number one, offense maybe sometimes get the same amount, but at special teams you kind of forget about it a little bit. But most coaches will tell you that's one of the most crucial parts of the game.
It is, and one of the things about special team is you don't really want to do them live too often. You take a chance to get players hurt, so that it kind of does suffer, but you've got to work at it every day. The good teams work at it every day.
Cole Williamson again on now. They did not get penalized. They were able to get the timeout, a straight-on kicker, and that thing just kind of rolled off the middle. The handle was bad and no good, so that's where we stand, 14-6 on a Jamar Smith touchdown.
Well, that was a good effort there by Toombs County. They needed that score right here before halftime.
And we're going to take a break as well. This is our break here in the second quarter of play. It's now 14-6 Johnson, and we'll be back on the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week.